If you're a Jehovah's Witness, I'd like to take just a few minutes of your time to explain to you why I think it is, biblically speaking that is, that the religion known as the Jehovah's Witnesses should not even exist. And here's my reasoning. You may not believe that Charles Taze Russell was a false prophet, but one thing that cannot be denied is that Charles Taze Russell, even by your own standards, was a false teacher. You know that Charles Taze Russell taught falsely about the return of Jesus Christ. You know that Charles Taze Russell taught falsely when he misinterpreted and misapplied many passages of Scripture, using them in a way that you know to be false. And you know that Charles Taze Russell taught falsely when he introduced the occultic practice of pyramidology into the congregation. Now, think about this for a minute. What would have happened if the early Bible students, the early Jehovah's Witnesses, the early followers of Charles Taze Russell had acted biblically? You know very well that the Bible exhorts us again and again and again and again to have nothing to do, to reject wholeheartedly false teachers. Now, if the Bible students had heeded that biblical warning, what would they have done? They would have fled from Charles Taze Russell, and his entire organization would have fallen apart and would have ceased to exist. So, when it comes down to it, the only reason that the Watchtower Society even exists today is that the early Bible students refused to heed the biblical warning about false teachers. Is that the kind of organization you want to follow?